What's going on, all you wild HBO enthusiasts? It's your two favorite critics back here for Cinephellas. I'm
Ooh.
Logan Myers, my good mate over there.
I'm Henry Hill, and tonight we are reviewing the brand new Max original show just premiered from the creator of Euphoria, Sam Levinson. We're talking about Lily Rose Depp and The Weekend in The Idol.
I think I just fell in love with you.
What does that mean he's taken over the house?
He's brainwashed her.
You're not a human being. You're a star. Never trust a dude but a rat tail.
That's right, we're back to talk about the brand new series that everybody's been talking about. Already getting a lot of hate that I've been seeing online about this show, and I can understand why after watching the first episode. But the setup of this is we have Jocelyn. She's a pop star recovering from a nervous breakdown. Her past tour, she's trying to bounce back and become the biggest pop star in the world, like a shittier version of Taylor Swift. That's how I looked at it. But a lot of the intro, the beginning part of the episode is getting ready for that tour and singing and dropping new songs and an album and everything you expect from a musician in Hollywood. The glam life and trying to be perfection and do no wrong. But she has a dark past, dealing with a lot, and you get like an introduction to her middle-aged like crew that works for her, like her manager,
Yeah,
impresario.
yeah.
You had the Live Nation guy played by Eli Roth, other manager, and there's like the record label manager as well. But all of
Mhm.
them, they're all just miserable people, which is a common theme for a lot of
Yeah.
things we've been reviewing, White Lotus and other shows out there, showing the elites and how miserable these people are, and you can't stop watching it.
Yeah, so many leeches just sucking out the blood of a big superstar with all this money and fame and has a nervous breakdown, as many of the big stars have. Britney Spears with her whole mental breakdown and mental issues. It's a big problem nowadays, especially in this TikTok generation, social media. These stars get so big, and most of the time it's not for a good reason anymore. It used to be people got famous for actually doing a lot of things and being, very talented and created. And in this series, it's Jocelyn. She's like a pop star who is really big, but necessarily doesn't necessarily have this great voice or anything. She can dance and lives the life, and has captured the attention of people her age and everything. And it's we're thrown into this life, this rich life that she's in. She has everything, she can purchase everything, but's unhappy, and is does drugs and just wants to have fun. And meanwhile, she's facing all this pressure from the record labels to do more. And really, from both of us working 9 to 5 jobs, it's you look at this and you're like, you'd think it would be easier to navigate, but it's a lot. It's a different kind of pressure, of course, being in Hollywood. And yeah, so we're faced with all these consequences that she's facing going through this. And then one night she wants to go and have some fun with her friends. They hop in a car and they go to this club, and that's where we meet Mr. Tedros there. He's this club owner. He's playing music and he sees Jocelyn across the room. And that's when they meet. He goes and he wants to meet her. He knows who Jocelyn is, of course. She doesn't know who he is. She finds out from somebody else that it's Tedros, this club owner, and they go have a talk. And that's, of course, played by The Weeknd, the big pop star in real life.
And he looked like every '90s villain. He actually looked like the bad guy in Kindergarten
Yeah.
Cop, which I just watched recently. And that movie is not for children, especially the beginning. But the bad guy in that movie reminded me of him. He's like, like the tracksuit, and he had the ponytail and everything, and just
Yeah.
looked like bad news. And as you get to dive into this character played by The Weeknd, you get to see this guy's definitely bad news and probably not going to be a good fit for Jocelyn's character. But of course, they hit it off. Opposites attract sort of thing, and she's attracted to him. Set up a weird, kinky Skinamax scene
Yeah.
towards the end of the episode, which made no sense to me, but that kind of sets up the relationship. She's a ticking time bomb, and she's attracted to this guy that's obviously bad news, probably has a bad past.
Right. He sees something in her. He thinks that he can make her an even bigger star. He's, is going to produce her song. He wants her to sing and like really feel the music this time. She has this single she's been working on, and he's going to sort of spice it up. And make her an even bigger star, and he's going to ride her coattails, of course, and probably feed her drugs, and it's going to lead to some crazy stuff as the season goes on. That's what it's kind of setting up. Yeah, he's very bad news. He has a rat tail. You can just tell there's some shadiness there. And it feels very much in line with Euphoria, the gratuitous sex scenes, the, trying to really glamorize the grittiness of this, this life, this excess that is in all these, pop stars' life that has all this money and, still isn't happy and is going to go and have fun and do drugs, and it's not going to lead down a good path.
Yeah, and of course, throughout this episode, I forgot to mention is Jocelyn got a bit of trouble. Some pictures got leaked, and the funny part of the episode, there was some comedy in this. She got frosted like a Pop-Tart.
Yes.
She was all over her face. Got leaked to whoever grabbed it, and it's all over social media and out there, and
right,
managers are trying to fix it and like, oh no, we need to fix this, she's a pop star, it's going to be bad news, bad publicity for us, and they're fixing that and then setting up her relationship with this bad guy behind me the weekend towards the end. So I'm expecting some bad things are going to happen to both of these characters throughout the season, but overall it was kind of a bland and boring story. Gratuitous sex that did nothing for me or the story. It just felt like it was trying to rip off Euphoria in that aspect. And the rest of these, these two characters behind me, there wasn't much to them, just opposites attract, and they're going to be bad news for each other.
That's how I felt too. More style than substance here.
Yes.
Really trying to show the lifestyle and the richness and all the, the big house that she's in, the huge mansion. This Tedros character, you can just tell he's up to no good. He comes over to her house, and then at the end, there's this big gratuitous sex scene for no reason. I mean, we already knew that they were hitting it off. They didn't need to go there, but of course they did. They want to push the envelope. Sam Levinson's known for that. So I'm sure we're going to see more of that as the season goes on. But I wanted to see some more here. I mean, this pretty basic. I mean, this happens all the time to stars in Hollywood. It felt like nothing new. It felt, nothing going on here. There wasn't a lot of, acting to be done here, really, outside of acting like a pop star, looking good on the dance floor. She's doing a dance routine. She looks like she's practiced the dance routine. She looks the part anyway, but the writing, just the story wasn't too interesting or anything we hadn't seen before. So I'm hoping that improves as the series goes on. But as far as the pilot goes, it's kind of iffy for me.
Same here. And I didn't really care for Lily Rose Depp either. I thought she was very bland, with her performance here, and her face never moves, which is weird. It's weird, and like Botox or whatever. Yeah, Weekend, I didn't really care for either. He's supposed to play bad guy, I get that, but I just didn't really buy his acting in this. So I didn't really care about either character in this. The supporting cast is the best part. I got to bring up Dan Levy too. He was fantastic as Benjamin from Schitt's Creek. Love that show. Yeah. He was fantastic, and the rest of the supporting cast is probably the best part. Main characters, hopefully they get better. The writing gets better and the acting gets a little better, but overall, bland pilot for me. I was, interested to see this, but overall didn't really care for it. A lot of problems with it. Uninteresting characters, right in the coattails of Euphoria and White Lotus and other shows out there. Didn't feel original, so kind of a miss for me. But I'll tune in the remaining episodes and see if it gets better. That being said, I'm going to give the first episode of The Idol streaming on Max a 2 out of 5 weekend hair pieces.
I agree with you. I want to see more from this. We'll tune in and review the rest of the season for you guys. As far as the pilot goes, wasn't that impressed. Hopefully the writing improves and there's some more substance here as the series goes on. I'm sure she's going to be put in a dangerous position here, and let's see how far they go with it. I'm kind of most looking forward to that, to see how far it goes, whether there's going to be murder or something crazy happen, because Euphoria is known for that too. Some really crazy things happening. So it could improve from here. There's a lot to improve upon. Just kind of a bland pilot and a bland start. With that being said, I'm going to give episode 1 of Max's new original show, The Idol, a 2.5 out of 5 Hank Azaria hairpieces.
So I want to hear from all you wild TikTokers out there. What did you like about The Idol? What didn't you like about it? What do you think is going to happen in this season? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to click subscribe. Also, check out these wild old millennials on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV, movie news and reviews.
Yeah, it's weird with shows like this and Euphoria. We're almost aging out of this. I feel like, 40 years old for me now. I'm like, man, I feel like the creepy dad that's watching, like, somebody that could be his daughter, like do all this crazy
Right.
stuff.
Right.
I'm like, easy there, Sam Levinson. We don't need to actually see her masturbating on screen. We get it. But hey, it's, they're showing more things on TV openly. So not surprised by it. But anyways, hopefully the series gets more intriguing as it goes on, and we will be back. Armando's most likely going to join us for our season review and recap of all the episodes as they air. So thank you guys for watching our review of The Idol, and we will be back very soon with plenty more movie and TV reviews.
It's been a hot summer so far, and it's only going to get hotter with all of our reviews. So stay tuned for that all summer long.
That's right. Until the next time, cheers.